never heard this music before. Yeehaw! Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays, and welcome back to my Medieval Legacy Challenge, Noble Generation. I'm like, what am I recording? I don't even know, even though I'm looking at a medieval character in a medieval house. It's fine. However, you may have noticed, the keen-eyed among you will notice this is Bartholomew, because it's actually Gabriel and Bartholomew's birthday tomorrow, so on the Sunday, and I figured I'd move Bartholomew back in. He's come again to stay with his brother for a little bit. So what I've done is I've moved Lucas back into his rightful bed in his rightful bedroom after the whole incident with his mother. I've also assigned the other half of the bed to Boston because I thought now that Judith's not in the house to disown her child, there's no one else in this house, even if they're a bit shocked by it, that would do anything. I think Boston and Lucas are still kind of keeping it low-key, but I'm like, I want these two to have their cute little happy ending. The butlers are being a bit weird at the moment. We have this other butler as well, so maybe Boston's like got some kind of family thing going on. There's this lady named Jordan Betancourt, but I actually want this boy to sneak out, which is why I started recording. So he's going to change outfits. This is the first time he will have had a chance to even correspond with the woman he's engaged to since he had to leave. I think Jacob is saying to Bartholomew that this is his last holiday as a young wastrel because he hasn't got a job and he's not going to be running the church. Jacob is quite influential. I'm sure he's organised for Bartholomew to clerk to someone powerful or, you know, run a local, I don't even know. He's organised a job for him. So this is Bartholomew's last holiday, quote unquote holiday. I've actually got Jacob, Anaya and Caroline all coming to the birthday thing tomorrow. This place is big, but it's not that big. Like, it's not big enough for everyone. So I expect Caroline, Jacob and Anaya are actually staying in town. All right, it is getting on towards dawn. So he wants to try and get Emily's attention. He doesn't even 100% know Emily is even still here. By the way, this is the little church graveyard that I built. So this is where the mayor and her husband are buried. And this is actually the butler that Judith killed. I moved him across here too. Oh, these guys are both awake. How am I going to orchestrate this? Perhaps he could actually be like, I've come here to seek a blessing. So he's come in and he's being very polite. Oh, she looks so mad to see him. You got a crush on Malia? No, I don't buy that for a second. I'm actually going to cheat that off. He's said that he's here to seek a blessing, you know, because his dad's a very high, powerful priest and he's used to getting blessings from the Watcher and stuff. I'm going to assume Emily got tense when she saw him. She probably wants to yell at him. I am going to add them to a group because obviously I think she would seek him out as long as they just talk quietly. Emily could say she's like offering blessings, you know, because she's now an ordained nun of the Order of the Watcher under a supervision order. She looks so mad. I do need to keep an eye out because Marley has just come in. So as soon as she walks in the door, they're like talking about religious stuff. Fortunately, she needs to pee. So she's just had, oh, see, now he's got a crush on Emily. That makes more sense. Now that she's left the room, he's like, look, I'm so sorry. It's been so long, you know. I still feel the same way about you, but this is your chance to tell me, you know, if you want me to leave and never come back, then I totally would respect that. I feel terrible that it's been so long since I've seen you. And Malia has been keeping such a close eye on Emily. She's still miserable. She still wants to leave. He's obviously still crushing on her super hard. I was actually wondering how this would go. I genuinely thought, anyway, it's fine. She's like obviously saying, because she still wants to get out. And I think she does like him. She's like, yes, I still love you. Yes, I still want to leave. Please tell me you've come up with a plan. I've waited so long. And he's like, look, I'm staying with my brother for a little bit. I've organized. I've got some friends. There's a place we can stay. But you need to understand it's not like your former home. It's not my brother's home. It's nothing befitting your status as a princess, but it was the best I could do. So he's organised with the Fae that they're going to take him to their realm. So in a way, she'll still get to be a princess. but she'll be a human princess in a realm of fae who live forever, so she'll be second-class princess. So this is what he's offering her. If she were a devout believer in the Watcher, she'd probably refuse this offer because the Watcher obviously thinks all occults are sinful. Staying with the fae would be untenable, but she's not. She's like, if it gets me out of these four walls and I'm comfortable and safe and secure, that's all I want. Okay, she needs to pee. Whether she will be happy with that in the long run, who knows? I'm actually going to let her pee. I'm going to take him home. I'm going to have him stay for the birthday because I think he'd feel really terrible not being here for Gabriel. So he's like, look, tomorrow night. That's his promise to her. Now, I think he's probably, I'm going to use the word stolen because it is what he's done. The church house had, I think, 40,000 when I checked. So he's made off with some of that, probably like 10. So that way he can afford carriages and things because obviously getting from here to the place where the Fae are is not cheap because he's basically leaving, going deep into the wilderness of the Kingdom of Windenburg. So that's his plan. Oh my goodness. I was like, oh, Emily's in the neighborhood. She's swimming in the river. Oh, he wants to not, he'll always be my baby. He's not in responsibility trait range anymore. That's unacceptable. His birthday is tomorrow. I need him to do chores quick. Scatter feed. Oh, this needs cleaning. Clean that. So back to what I was doing. He's in the garden. He's been doing chores since he got back because he's trying really hard. He knows he's about to cause some major disruption to his brother and he's genuinely trying to help. But I'm going to choose to imagine these guys actually just whispered to him because the Fae, you know, they're on board with this kind of chaos. So they're like telling him that Emily is nearby. This is the same day, by the way. I think Emily's kind of cutting loose a little bit because she's like, I'm almost done. But the thing is, it's actually a silly thing to do when you think about it, because if Malia puts her under lock and key completely because she was not obeying the rules, like if she's acting out, it actually makes sense Malia would make it impossible for her to get out. Like she'd end up locked in her room. So he's like, I'm going for a jog because the birds told him. And then he comes straight down to where she is. I imagine this is actually probably not right on a path. It wouldn't make sense that she would do that. I wanted them to kiss in the water. That is an interaction, right? I mean, he could try and sneak her into the house again. Like I said, she's clearly acting out and he's head over heels in love with her. So I guess I'm going to have them try and sneak back to the house. Oh, Lucas is single and loving it. No, I literally just had him become the boyfriend of Boston, which actually, maybe that's why Boston doesn't work here anymore. So he's come back from his little walk. I don't know if they'll be able to go in the house. Oh, Lucas is, oh no, he's just going to bed. So he's seen Bartholomew come home and he's like, you know, evening sun, and he's going inside. That's good. I'm actually thinking I'm going to have them woohoo in the shed. It's partly very cynical and manipulative. I mean, she's a romantic. She's probably very interested in woohooing with Bartholomew. It's been a while. He's like suggested, hey, you know, let's go for a tumble in the hay. We'll role play. You can pretend you're a tavern wench. Forget that you're a nun. So we'll see. We'll see if they do it. Oh, she's running. She's dead keen. She's like, let's go. Let's go. Where is Apple? Did the cow go back in? You don't understand. All right, let's try that again. The cow's like, oh my God, it is the middle of the night, Bartholomew, have some respect. Can you believe this? I agree, Daisy. Now he's giving her a back rub. Oh, okay, now they're doing it, finally. They just had to put a back rub in there. I don't know. She's like, I like this tavern wench roleplay. Luckily for Bartholomew, he has actually milked the cow a few times and she doesn't despise him. So she's like, ugh. I've never heard this music before. Yeehaw. I guess they were taking their tavern wench roleplay very seriously. Oh my God. She's probably actually in a serious situation at this point, because if she goes back, she is going to be in trouble because it's really late. He's given her some money. This is what we're going to say, because this is the only thing that makes sense to me. He's given her some money from his stolen stash that his parents don't know he stole because they're here, not at home. He's given her some money to like secure herself accommodation for the night. So she's actually officially on the lam now. And then he's like, tomorrow night, I will come and get you and we'll go. She's been out all day and she was swimming like in the river and not behaving like she should at all, but she loves the outdoors. She would love that kind of stuff. I think Emily is, and I know I said this before, Emily's a classic example of a sim who was born in the wrong time. The part where he's several years younger than her, technically still a teen and she's a young adult, that bit's a bit icky, but the rest of it would be probably a perfectly normal relationship. I'm actually just going to replace that. So I'm going to try something I've never done before, just because I was playing with the computer settings. This is our computer, a little typewriter. I've never done invest in stocks. I'm going to say 1,000 because obviously if we lose it, that would suck. I assume it's a percentage chance on return based on some kind of skill. He has researched stocks. The reason I want to test this now is because once he's retired, like I've said to you guys a few times, I think money is going to be quite pressing. He's got another week. And after today, Gabriel can join the business career. All right, he's made an investment. He has to wait for the results. So I assume this is kind of like the lottery, but hopefully with better odds, since I've never had a sim win the lottery. Mira's making a birthday cake. I should probably make 2, really. Like a big wedding cakey style birthday cake. And then this one. Technically, they both need to use this cake, but it would make sense to have like a super big fancy cake because Gabriel's inheriting a huge estate. Why don't we do a white cake with flowers? Because the flowers could even be real. Poor little Bartholomew finally made it to bed. He did pass out on the floor. But luckily for him, the beds in this place are pretty good quality, so he's fine. I tried in this part to have Mira and Amy cook together and it didn't work, but they have actually cooked a couple of meals together off screen. I think Mira's trying to, in the same way she kind of did with Anaya, right? When Anaya married Jacob, she was helping Anaya learn. Oh, we mastered gourmet cooking. Wow. Pale blue roses and a platinum script. Because it's written in Simlish, you could say anything. They could say happy birthday. Could say Hoppelborfner. Nobody knows. Nobody can tell me it doesn't. I can't remember if I said I haven't had Amy and Gabriel try for a baby yet. They have been woohooing and obviously there's a chance they'll get pregnant. I was kind of going to wait until Amy's a young adult. I have had teen pregnancies in the past. I think I've even had them in medieval. Honestly, I can't remember. But I just thought I'd wait a little bit. Also partly because I didn't want to have them try for baby while Judith was still alive because there was enough going on. All right, and the butler's weeding. I guess Mira can help with that. Weed area. Oh, she's gardening level 10. This sim, oh my goodness, you guys. Logic 10, cooking 10, writing 10, gardening 10, gourmet cooking 10, handiness 10, charisma 8, vampire lore 8, research and debate, and fitness at 6. And she's maxed out photography, although I think I actually cheated that up because I wanted to take family photos and I wanted them to be good. And because that's all an off-camera thing, it didn't matter. It's not like I'm selling the photos for money or anything. So that one doesn't count, but dancing 5, parenting 5, despite the fact she's never had a kid. Oh, speaking of parenting, what are your traits? Because we're going to age you up today. His responsibility is not in trait range. Come and do some chores real quick. Bartholomew's definitely shouldn't be. If he's got responsible, I should change. Oh my god. How is that the case? It's the least responsible. Can I say I'm changing that? He's going to get the irresponsible trait. He is irresponsible. That is valid. I heard you became friends with Mira. I don't know why Gregory would think that was cool. I think he'd be a little bit horrified because Mira's of noble blood but bastard child. Don't mean that in a slur way, YouTube. I mean that in a legitimate description of her parentage. Her mum was the maid. She does have the Honeycutt name. She's thought of quite well by Lucas, and I feel like the details of her birth are a little bit obscured because she was raised by Gabriel, adopted by Christina, who was, again, problematic ancestry, but genuinely most people thought of her as a legit Honeycutt. Despite her birth, I think people at this point, some of them will have forgotten. There's probably whispers. No, stop asking. It's the second time she's called Mira since I started recording. All right, I just got the music. Gabriel is back in responsibility trait range. He's good to go to age up then. So he'll be responsible and have good manners. That checks out. Gabriel's a good boy. All right, so we have begun the party. I did actually set Mira as the caterer because if you're asking about, oh my God, stop asking. You should come back to the house. You need to greet your guests. So we have Caroline, who was named after Amy's older sister, Coral. This is Marcus Graham, who I mentioned to you guys is going to be taking over the church. I mean, he's a farmer's son, so he's a little out of place here, but I decided I wouldn't leave him behind. Oh, and I did invite Galahad, yes. Where are the parents? Oh, here he is. Jacob's out here cleaning up the rubbish. Where's Anaya? Focus the camera. She is here. Look at her. She's obviously got like baby hips now, but she's so beautiful. Come in here. Thank her for coming. Show off your outfit. So poor Marcus is a little bit fish out of water in this situation. I really want him to share a secret. I think if he's going to tell anyone, though, it would be Gabriel. And I can't have him choose any of the, like, wedding interactions because it's a big secret. All right, what if I bring the cake in here? Gabriel obviously is the oldest, so I'll see if I can get him to blow out the candles here. All right, so Gabriel's coming in. The angles on this camera shot are terrible. It's fine. No rush, buddy. Don't worry about it. I don't have anything else to do after your birthday party. Not having your brother run off with his secret fiance or anything. I mean, this kind of a thumbnail, I feel like, is probably not going to be the one. I obviously can choose whatever traits I want in this challenge. There's no rules about that kind of stuff. Well, I don't think there is for this gen. All right, so this is a good reminder. We got 150,000 simoleons for the house. I did top that up a little bit with funds from Jacob's household because this place was expensive. He got the quick learner trait. Join the business career. Buy the best quality stuff. We've been ignoring that the whole way through. I buy whatever looks appropriate. The girls in the family clean and cook. The boys study any topic. Have a 2-story house. We've got that. Marry before you age up to adult. He married as a teen. The heir is the firstborn sim, not son, sim. Max out 2 skills, one being charisma and the other an art skill. Oh, I haven't got any art skills for him. As far as creative skills go, he's probably closest on dance, but it's only a 5-tier skill, so I don't want to do that. I feel like it should be painting or something. Oh, it reset his aspiration. I guess that's because there are teen aspirations now and he's not a teen. I had him on fabulously wealthy from memory. It's a bit boring, but I think I'm going to give him proper because he has been raised to be proper the whole way through. Plus it gives him like all of those, you know, court type interactions. All right, someone quickly add candles. Who's closest? Bartholomew. Add some candles. I know you're adding candles for yourself, which is a bit harsh. All right, Bartholomew, my boy. Blow out candles. Oh, Amy's giving him a little kiss. Oh, he's talking about being nervous. Got butterflies in his stomach. I like that people actually stuck around to watch the kids blow out their candles. I say kids. The young men. So he is mischievous, likes to play tricks on others, he's outgoing. I actually think the best trait for him is probably romantic because he's about to run away with his secret fiance because he's caught up in the romance of it. That's the most romantic, stupid, very stupid, but romantic thing. And I guess I'll put him on a soulmate. He wants to find and live a rewarding life with the one. I successfully completed high school. Amazing. He struck me as someone who should have dropped out, but that's fine. Alright, you guys, I'm actually going to wrap this part up here. This is actually editing Cass because I recorded way too much footage for this part, so I'm going to snip it in two. So this is part 1 of Gabriel and Bartholomew becoming adults or young adults. I'd love to hear what you think so far. Let me know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. Don't forget to wash your hands, and I catch you next time. Thanks for watching.